Hey, what's up guys, TechTitan here, and I am back again with a brand new video. So before I begin this video, as always, I want to thank you all so much for watching this one. If you enjoy my content, leave a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure to do so for more tech videos. So let's just go ahead and get started with today's video. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the LG Aristo 3, and this is the third generation of the Aristo lineup. I reviewed Aristo 1, the original one, the Aristo 2, and here we are with just the Aristo 3. So let's see what this phone is about. So the LG Aristo 3 supports a 5-inch 720p display. Not quite 1080p in 2019, but that's okay, since at the end of the day, this is only a $79 phone. And you also have a 13 megapixel rear camera, a 5 megapixel front-facing camera, 16 gigabytes of storage, 2 gigabytes of RAM, and a 1.4 gigahertz quad-core processor. So this is the way I see it. This is similarly spec'd to the Galaxy J2 that I recently did a video about. Link in the description also. Check it out after this video. But I think that's just what this phone is meant to compete with. So yeah. And also, fun fact, the 13 megapixel rear camera is also supposed to be capable with portrait mode. So I'm really curious to see what that's about. Now, I know I'm not going to be impressed because at the end of the day, even flagships really haven't figured out, really haven't perfected portrait mode. They're getting better, but they haven't perfected it. So I doubt this phone did. Okay. So the box is a little bit beat up. I did drop it, but it doesn't matter. We're not here for the box anyway. So yeah, let's just go ahead and unbox it real quick. So we get a quick start guide, SIM card, a battery. So it's really nice to see, well, it's really nice to see that you still can have removable batteries in smartphones in 2019. So there's that, and your wall adapter, as well as a micro USB connector. And I'm gonna give them a lot of heat on this micro USB connector. Just give me a second. All right, so we just need the battery. Let's put everything to the side. Okay, so here it is. The setup is complete. So let's quickly walk through this phone. So on the front, you have your 5-inch HD display. Now it is IPS, not an OLED panel, just like the Galaxy J2, but it's a really good IPS display. Now, one thing that I did notice, and I really have to just go outside and test it, is that it doesn't really get that bright. But that's more for the full review. This is just impressions. So yeah. And here's your 5 megapixel front-facing camera. And on the bottom, you have your micro USB. Still disappointed that it's not USB-C. I talked about it before so many times. And this is especially for big companies like LG and Samsung. Just stop, okay? So micro USB, just get rid of it altogether. So this year was really the year that I thought that micro USB would just be done for, but I guess it lives to see another year. And you still also have a headphone jack, so that's cool. And it's really nice to see. And this is your earpiece on the front also. And on the back, you have your 13 megapixel camera, LED flash, as well as your power bind. It doesn't really act as a fingerprint sensor, even though it may seem like it, but it's not. And to me, this is a better back than the LG Aristo 2. It's not as glossy. It does have this kind of matte look. So it's a really nice back, and it's better in terms of grip and doesn't catch as much fingerprints. So also on the bottom, you also have your backwards facing speaker. And so the buttons, the left hand side does house the volume up and down, and they're tactile, but they're also kind of mushy. So they're not really the best buttons out there, but they're decently good. Okay, so that's really it for the design. We did talk about the fact that it has 16 gigabytes of storage, 2 gigabytes of RAM, and a 1.4 gigahertz quad-core chip. So if we do day-to-day tasks, something like the phone app, okay, and the messaging app, all right. So it's quick. I do want to say that the J2 is a little bit faster, but I will be doing a comparison between the J2 and the Aristo 3, and I really feel like this will be a nice comparison. So stay tuned for that and subscribe if you haven't already. And as for the camera, so let me just grab a subject real quick. So again, it is a typical LG simple interface, and hey, the simpler the better. It has a couple options. You do have an option for, of course, the flash, different filters, front-facing camera, and let me see. You also have decent amount of settings. So let's just quickly take a picture, see how fast it takes pictures. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so quick at taking pictures. It did take a little extra second to process it, but nevertheless, just decently quick at taking pictures. And really, I can't just assess the pictures just yet. I want to take more pictures and see what this camera is capable of, and that will be part of the full review. So one more thing that I want to test out is the speaker. And yeah, usually LG in the budget world, they don't really have that good of speakers. So let's see if this one is just any better. Okay. So for the speaker, it is tinny. It really distorts a little bit at highest volumes, and speaking of highest volumes, not really that loud. So, and I kind of expected that. Usually LG in the budget world, they're not really the best at speakers, but at the same time, you still also have the 3.5mm headphone jack if you want to use headphones. So yeah, there's that. And one more thing before I'll let you guys go, the keyboard on, well, not necessarily the keyboard, but the vibration motor on here is just horrible. I mean, let's see. I mean, yeah, it's bad, but I'll leave that also to the full review. So let me put this phone down and end it with final words. Impressions. This phone, it's a pretty good phone. I kind of have an idea on who this phone really is for, and it's basically for the people who just don't want to spend a lot of money on a flagship, or want to have like a backup phone, or just parents who want to get their kids like a phone, but they don't really want to spend that much. So yeah, that's just off of unboxing and first impressions. The review is coming soon. I really want to test out the camera, see if the performance is a little bit better on higher tasks, higher end tasks, and just see what this phone is about. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.